Oh my god, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am exhausted. I did a fundamental mistake today, and that was I kept trading even though there was nothing to keep trading. First trade of the day, I averaged into a winner. I milked it as probably as good as I probably could have based on how strong the stock ran. And I was up like 7% based on my roughly $10,000 average position size at the moment. And then the rest of the day, I all I did was give back. I think I lost on almost every other trade since then. Sometimes you don't know. I was always looking for that second runner. So at first I didn't really feel bad keep on trading, but at one point my brain switched and I kept trading for no reason, I feel like, and just giving back more and more profit. At one point I was down 5% based on my average size. I did make that back a little bit, but I still am ending in the red. So let's talk about the tickers I traded today, and then also let's just keep in mind throughout today what I could have probably done instead. Obviously hindsight's always 2020, but at the same time, what were the indications? What was I doing? And what were the thoughts that I was having to walk away? And Colby in the Discord, it was funny. He was literally saying, "This is, with trading, sometimes you have to have like, pick up the guitar, have a piano, and then if it's a calm market, just do something else, walk away, close the laptop." And all these things I totally agree with, because if you just keep staring at the market, I don't know what it is. You get tempted to go back in. So let's go here, talk about the tickers. I traded way too much today. I mean, technically it was only 4 tickers, but none of them were really running except BPTH, which ended up selling off all day pretty much. So let's just go through the disasters. Maybe we'll just start with SPRT, and then we'll finish with the goodie. At the end. So SPRT, let's go to this one, SPRT. Oh man, we'll talk about TKAT in a second here. So SPRT, I didn't trade any of this pre-market. It's been a multi-day runner here, and there wasn't anything going on in the markets, and that's actually why I ended up trading it, because there just wasn't anything else worth trading. So let's zoom in on this one and see why I started trading it. Well, we had it, held the highs here, or held the open. Then it popped up around 6%. I missed the 1 minute pullback because I was looking at a different ticker, and then it was starting to make a flag pattern, kind of under resistance, which I don't really like. But I was thinking, okay, well, this is some big resistance here. If we break this, we could really keep on running on this one. So let me take a stab at it. It's been a hotter market, so I feel like a trade like this I probably would have not done about 2 weeks ago. But the market's been pretty hot last week and this week, so I figured, let's go for it. It didn't work, so I lost on this one. Kind of sucked because that instantly put me on the red on this ticker. I tried again when the stock popped up here. I did a pullback trade. This is a ranging pullback, not the best one, and it ended up losing on this one. I don't even know what kind of nonsense this was. I don't even know. This is just pure FOMO. This is horrible trading in this area. The only thing I did right was I cut my losses quick on this one, and I don't know. I mean, this is just a disaster, so let's stop talking about it. GEVO, another ticker here that I should have not been trading. Again, there wasn't really a lead gapper worth looking at today, and I think that's why I started, pulling the trigger on random tickers. GEVO was called out in the chat room, and sometimes that does well. Sometimes I'll be like, oh man, how did I miss this ticker? And that's what I was thinking at first. I was like, great call out. Little red tick remove here, then it runs at 7%. Not the biggest move for a small cap, and also I wasn't crazy about the fact that we weren't over the 180-day simple moving average. I like those tickers that are at new highs and not kind of stuck in a dead cat bounce potential. And that's maybe what this is. Anyway, another flag pattern here. I load up on it, get shaken out, and then it ends up crawling higher. But it's a slow mover. I should have avoided this one altogether. So I deserve that loss. TKAT. This ticker, now this is probably the lead gapper at the moment. So maybe pay attention to this one. Pops up, also called out in the Discord, and I wasn't looking at it at first, so the call out was good. Unfortunately, my first trade on this one right here, a little bit late on this move, I ended up taking a 5% loss on this one. I was instantly down like $500-600 on this one. I was like, oh, because all of a sudden I was still up, I think 200-300 on the day. before this trade. I was losing pretty much every trade, but I was able to cut my losses quickly, and this one just whacked me out pretty good. Eventually pops up here, and then guess what happens? I've been talking so much about averaging into your winners and holding until you got to stop out, and it's been working really well every time it does work. The problem is I'm still in this old habit of taking my profits quickly, and this time I took my profits too quickly. Pops up here, perfect pullback. Guess what happens? I cut out right before the even breakout. And that's because I just lost 5% on this ticker, which instantly, I have a red state of mind. I'm in a defensive mode. I'm like, no tickers are working right now, right? So it's like I'm having a hard time making things work. In terms of letting things work even maybe. Anyway, pops up here. I realize I fumbled. I made a huge mistake. So I buy. I wouldn't call it chasing because what I should be doing is I should have held and I should have averaged into this winner. So now I'm just, averaging into the winner. But then I lose confidence because like I said, shaky state of mind. I quickly take profits on this one. Or actually, I think I even lost on this one. Let me see here. 565. I don't know. It wasn't anything too glorious, so it doesn't really matter. Kind of getting shaken around here a little bit. I do know this was a nice little win, nice little pop here, so walked away with some profits on that one. So I was able to make back almost all of my losses right there at the end on TKAT, but ultimately it should have been, a big winner. Every ticker technically should be a big winner. No, in reality, that's not how it works. I'm totally fine with taking losses, but the way I traded TKAT definitely is a little bit disappointing. I'm totally fine with this loss. I traded it a little bit too high on my first trade for sure, jumping into it right away, or maybe I should have just watched it a little bit. I should have started buying into this green move right here, should have started accumulating here, really building up a position, averaging into this one, buying even more here, and then probably getting stopped out somewhere here. That's probably how I should have traded it. In all, I probably would have walked away with like 2-3% after stopping out. But it would have been of decent size, and it would have been my only trade. That's a perfect world, but that's how I probably should have went about it. Or understanding that things are a little bit nasty, and understanding that big resistance here, right below $10. Maybe I could have also taken profits on the move back here and just sold on a double top. That would have not been in terms of perfect in terms of strategy, but it would have been perfect thing to do at that time. But hindsight always 2020. What I really should have done today, and my problem today was after I had my big win, I was just kind of chilling, nothing was happening, and then I was just, a little pop here, let me take a stab at it, boom, another loss, or a scratch, small win, small loss, boom, let me try another trade, nah, didn't work. And with every trade, you lose a little bit of confidence, you get a little bit more emotionally exhausted, you should be doing something else maybe at that point. You should have just closed the laptop, took your profits, your $600 or whatever, your 6%, 10%, 20%, whatever it is in, 30 minutes of trading, walk away. It's not always the best thing to do, but usually, especially when the market's like not necessarily super hot because the market was dying, right? It's not like the market was exploding and I should keep trading. That's what I should have done. So let's go to BPTH here, our technically elite gapper on the day. And you can see I took a lot of stabs on this ticker. So let's go to the daily first and zoom in on this ticker. This is a ticker we've traded many times in the past. Clear lead gapper on the day. I wasn't even checking the catalyst, but it's a biotech here with, 24-week high, 52-week highs at $24. So it's like way, way, way down, totally depreciated. Market cap 51 million, shares here 6.9 so million. So it's a low float for sure, and with a catalyst. So let's dive into how I traded this one. This one pops up really quickly, leading into 7 a.m. goes up 30%. What I do is I just start buying this one. Let me zoom in here a little bit more. Let's get a better footage. And I start buying this one, small size. I always like to have my first trade, and in general, my first entry be small size with the goal of averaging into my winner. That's what I want to do, because if it doesn't work, I only take a small loss. It's nice. I think I closed this one right away, and I realized, that's not really what I should be doing. So I bought some more, and these, I never got a full exit. So pops up here, took a little bit more, and bought. This is my second trade now. And average in here a little bit, pops up, and I sold again. So kind of quick trading here on my end, which is not ideal. But here I start buying, and then again, I sell again. I'm a little bit scalpy right now. Then it holds. I really like the fact that it held here. That gave me a lot of confidence. So let's keep going. I start buying into this breakout. That was a really, really good decision. You could see, again, 500 shares, so small size, first entry, and then pops up here again. What do? I size in, buy another 500 shares and another 500 shares, so 1,000 shares total. And then I buy even more as we come back, retest some support, and then I think I start selling. Yeah, I start selling here because it was very weak on the order book, and I don't know why, but instantly I never had faith in BPTH. I know I really shouldn't be doing that, but again, I got to get rid of some old habits. And at the same time, I'm thinking, sometimes it is good to take profits and then quickly buy back again. So I don't think there's like a perfect situation. But what I'm trying to do is get in the mindset of trying to create a big winner by averaging it into winners and then letting them run as long as possible. And you don't want to bring too many biases to the table. And that's what I'm trying to avoid here. Anyway, I quickly buy back full size, buy a little bit more with that goal of letting it run. Unfortunately, it doesn't work here, so I get back some profits on that one. But ultimately, all in this area, this is where I make pretty much all my money on the day. And when it starts trending downwards here, I did take a loss here, but that's totally fine. I gave back some profits, but that's fine because you don't know how much more it's going to run. Because let's say it did pop back over $8, today would have been a huge, huge day. It would have been north of a 10% day, which is a great day based on my average size. Probably a 15-20% day based on my average size because I was already up pretty nicely from this. So yeah, I gave back some profits at the end, which is totally fine. I really like that, actually. I like to, in a way, have my last trade be a loss because it means, okay, I was trading this move all the way till the end and I didn't, stop prematurely, because some of my biggest FOMO happens when I stop trading prematurely and the stock keeps running up 100, 200, 300% without me. It happens, right? So I'm trying to get out of that situation. So boom, right here at 727 roughly, that should have been it. I should have been done trading there. I was up nicely around $700 and then I gave back, I don't know, $200-300 in here, whatever, who cares? Walked away with my $500 profit. I would have been well better off than down $120. At least it was a small red day today. But yeah, 30 minutes of trading, made $500, giving back profits off the highs and everything. Not a huge day, but just, it was okay. I could have also kept watching the market and waiting for another front side move. That's pretty much what I decided to do. But like I was saying, it's really, if it doesn't happen, you're just throwing money away. And it's really, really easy to start taking stabs at stuff that doesn't work out. And that's what I start doing on this ticker. Start taking a lot of stabs, lose on this one, make a little bit on this one. Every time, with every trade, I'm getting a little bit more crazy on trading the breakouts here, but then I give back on this one. So it's just a constant tug of war here. Total chop that I'm trading. The market open on this one was extremely choppy. Huge flush here on this one. I mean, this was just, I don't even know what that was. Some bottom bounces, hoping for spikes. Anyway, give back more profit on this one. So everything after that morning run was a disaster for me. I think TKAT could have been some potential, but even this one, usually it's sometimes between like 10 and 11 o'clock. I'm not, totally focused anymore because I started looking at the stocks at 7 a.m. Or even before then. That's when I started, technically trading 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it's getting into the fourth hour, so it's a lot. Yeah, so that's kind of my feedback today is, if you're able to milk that first front side and you really milked it well, walk away. Today, I think my problem was I milked the front side, maybe not as great as I could have, and I felt like it wasn't that great of a move. So I was constantly thinking, there's got to be another move today. There's got to be a second leg today, and so it's one thing, do I want to keep trading and maybe get that second leg, but then also keep trading and then maybe just have no second leg and just constantly trip over myself, keep fumbling. It's a tough thing. And, after 2 years of doing this gap and go momentum strategy, I'm kind of leaning towards the first one where I just take my profits and walk away, enjoy the day, get outside, relax, work on my other things, do my taxes, do my accounting. There's so many things to do in life. So besides accounting and taxes, but that's just a big one. So I think, looking back at it, I probably would rather walk away earlier. I would love to know your guys' thoughts. I think something else that sometimes keeps me trading a little bit more, for better or worse, is the Discord. I like to kind of chat with you guys, figure things out, talk in there. So I do get a lot of value out of that as well. So maybe sometimes that keeps me there. So I probably would have to close my TD Ameritrade and close the Discord. I'm not really sure. If you guys, by the way, want to join the Discord, it is right in the YouTube video description right below, tradejournal.co/connect, and then scroll down, you'll see it there. That's everything for this video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the content. I really, really do appreciate it, and it's the easiest way to support the channel. If you're totally new, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you part of the community, and like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.